Okay, before doing anything, let me know if you can hear me clearly. Like, if the music is too loud or anything. Okay, you can hear me. Very nice. Hi, all. This is very slowly. You can't hear me? Can you hear me now? I think you should probably hear me by now. Okay, good. So, okay, nice. You can hear me now. Very nice. Hi, all. Hi, Ativu. Hi, Shivanshi. I hope everybody is having a great weekend. It's almost end of the weekend, so I hope you all had a great weekend. So okay, let's start. I'm Priya. You can find my videos like Priya Ravi or Artstrack by TPD on Instagram. And we're going to sorry about the notification. And we're going to do a poster color artwork, or you can also use gouache for this, but I prefer poster more than gouache. So if you want to like buy any materials that I am using, you can find it at penpaperscissor account. So if you have anything to ask me before starting the artwork, you can just like pin it in the comment section or anything, or else we'll just start doing the artwork because I have like an hour time. So it's going to be a much interactive session, so if you have anything to ask me, you can just go ahead and type it in the comment section. Before that, if I look a little bit tired, you can't hear me. I don't know. Can you all hear me? Can you not hear me? I can't hear you. Why? You can hear me, yeah, that's fine. So, Paddy 15 November, I think it is some problem with your internet connection or phone, so you should probably check that. That's nice, everyone can hear me. Okay, good. Okay, so if you have any questions before we start the work, you can just ask me now, or we'll just go ahead with the work directly. Anything related to artwork or anything in general related to painting, sketching, anything. Can hear you now, very good. How was your weekend? How was everybody's weekend? Hi all. Can 180 GSM work? It depends on what medium you are using. If you are using like watercolor, I don't think 180 will work for watercolors, but it will work for like any dry mediums, for like color pencils, maybe pen. fine tip pen, everything will work, but I don't think watercolor will work. You can also work with poster colors on 180. It's a little difficult, but you can make it work. If you're not planning to use many layers on one work, you can just make 180 work for you. Or if you are using like many layers on one painting, 180 will definitely not work for you. And it definitely won't work for watercolors as well. So you have any other questions? Forgive me for looking very tired because I just came from a family function, so it just can't be helped. I'll show you the reference. Hi, Android Colors. Hi. I'll show you the reference in a minute. I just want to go through some questions before starting the work. Anything in general or anything related to painting? Don't worry. Thank you. Hi, Rumi Art. Can you please tell how to make shades in between painting sessions? Of course, I'll tell you. You look good, don't worry. Thank you. Okay, I don't think you have any more questions. We'll just start doing the artwork then. Give me a minute, I'll just set up the camera. Okay, I've set up the camera. And this is going to be the reference. This is going to be the image what we are going to paint. And I already have the outline sketched here. I'm going to do this using poster colors. So, yeah. If anybody is painting along with me, you can just let me know in the comments, or it's probably fine if you don't also. We're going to talk so much and maybe listen to music also. If you have any recommendation for music, that also you can let me know. I'll just play it in the background. Okay, I'm just going to start with the painting. I'm going to start with the leaf first and then we'll go to the background. I'm just using the DOMS poster colors to do this work. You can also use like gouache, Brustro gouache, or you can also use acrylic colors. You can use any medium. This is like capable with any medium. So yeah, shall we start? I have my cup of water here. I have everything laid out, so can you play Telugu song? Of course. This live will be saved. Yeah, I'm going to save this live here in Pen Paper Scissor account. So if you want to find it later, you can just come again and find it later. Okay, we'll start then. I'm going to start using this, I don't know, this light green shade and poster green shade, and also some lemon yellow. You want me to wait, crimson palette? Sure. I'm just giving an intro about the colors. I'm also going to be use the poster black to mix in, like to bring out some shades and also some white for all the mini detailing in here. Yeah, please start. And somebody is asking me to wait and somebody is asking me to start. Maybe I'll start it in like a few minutes. Before starting, if you have any questions to ask me, you can just ask me that while I set up everything, the light and everything. I also have Dom's poster colors. Yeah, I think like that is the best poster color available in India. It is like way better than the camel one. So I was using the camel one for so long, and then I found this, and I'm never going back to the poster colors now. Okay, Crimson Palette, I hope you're here. I'm just gonna start now. I'll show you how I'm mixing shades. I'm using the light green. I hope you can see this light green from the poster color palette. If you have any questions regarding poster colors or gouache, if you want to know anything regarding this, you can just ask me and I'll be very happy to answer you. Yes, I also think Dom's one is the best one. Yeah, right. I didn't know this existed for a long time. I was using the camel one and then I found it one day and it honestly blew my mind. Okay, I just added the light green and I'm just gonna add some lemon yellow into this. What's the difference between these colors? I don't know. This the Dom's one gives a like a velvety smooth finish after it's done, and the camel one does not give that smooth finish. It's like very matte, not like a velvet matte. So I think that is the difference. Difference between gouache and acrylic. Gouache is like more like in between like acrylic and watercolors. It can be made transparent, it can be also made translucent, whereas in acrylic you can't make it transparent, it is just translucent. So that is the difference between gouache and acrylic. You can also make gouache work like watercolor, but you can't make acrylic work like watercolor. So that is the main difference. I think I have the shade for the leaf now. I'm just going to do it, and I think we need another shade too. Somebody asked me to play some music. Movie name Prema Kaidi. Give me a minute, I'll just play that. I don't know which song is that. I have not used gouache yet. honestly, you should try using gouache because it's very simple. You don't have to like use many techniques like where you use in watercolors. It's very simple than watercolors. So once you start using it, I am sure, I'm pretty sure you're gonna love this medium. So give it a try. Or if you're a beginner, just start painting with watercolors because both are the same. I don't think there is any difference between gouache and watercolors. So just try doing your work with watercolors for in the beginning, and then you can probably learn how to use gouache too. Jealousy, sure, I'll play that too. Okay, I'm just gonna start painting now. Let me know if anybody is painting along with me. You can just share your works with like my hashtag and also pen paper scissor hashtag. So don't forget to tag me also so that I can see all your works and I can share them too. I'm just laying the green color that I mixed now. Don't worry if this looks a little bright now. It's gonna settle down when it's dried up. So you don't have to worry about the color now. If you have any question to ask me, you can just go ahead and ask me. The thing with working with poster colors is if you want like an opaque finish, you don't have to add more water in this. If you add water, it's going to be like a transparent watercolor finish. So keep that in mind while working with poster colors or gouache. You don't have to worry if the color is little patchy because we are going to be adding so much details in this which will hide the patchiness of the color, so it doesn't have to be that even. It's honestly fine if the color is a little patchy. I'm using the Camlin Champ poster and watercolor brush in the size 8. This is a flat brush which makes it like very easy for us to apply paint since this is a large surface, and then we can jump to a smaller brush when we start to do the detailing. Okay, the first coat of color is done now. I'm going to be adding a little more darker green here, which gives like a little bit of definition to the leaf. To all the new people who have joined here, this is what we are painting today. The leaf with water droplets is what we are painting today. So yeah, I'm just going to be adding a little bit of darker green here and just blending it inside this lighter green that we already applied. As I already told you, this like it does not need very smooth blending. It's honestly fine if it's not that smooth and if it's a little bit patchy. If you have any question to ask me, you can just go ahead and ask me. I'll be very happy to answer those. How was your weekend, everyone? It's almost over now, so I think I can ask this question to you all. Okay, now the background color is done. I've added a little detailing in here, a little depth in here, so I'm just going to like move on to a smaller brush where we can do a little bit more detailing. I'm using like a size 3 from the same range from Camelin, so after doing the background, I'm just going to start doing the droplets now. So for the droplets, I'm going to be doing the outline and then the inside. So can you tell what color? Hi, Art to Inspire. Can you tell what color you're using? I'm using the DOMS watercolor, poster colors, and the sheet is from Brustro. Their 25% cotton sheet. This is their, I think this is a 300 GSM. Yeah, 300 GSM A5 size sheet. I'm going to do the outline of the water droplets now, so I'm just going to make the outlines using a pencil and then we can go ahead with the paint. And I'm not able to find the pencil now. Do you also face this issue while painting that you can't find the things that you need? I always face this. Okay, I found a pencil. Finally. I'm going to do the outlines for the water droplets now. Just randomly, not planned or anything. So this is to make sure that the drawing is proper and just not, if you like start doing with paint, it might mess up sometimes. Not every time, but sometimes. So let's just not take that risk. Just going to make a few here and a few here too. Yeah, I think that is it, and the small ones we can just manage. Can you play Love Again by Dua Lipa next? Sure, I will do that. For the droplets, what I'm going to do is we are gonna do the shadow first. For the shadow, you have to like make a thin paint for the shadow. You just have to take a minimal paint and more water, which can give this shadow effect. Like if you can see it here, this shadow effect. This is the effect I'm talking about. So, and then we can make the darker line using like an opaque paint. So yeah. Mix a little bit of black with, I'm mixing a little bit of black with, can you see it here? Yeah, a little bit of black with so much water, and I'm going to make the shadow. Which is a little lighter than what we are going to use to define the outline. So if you have any question, you can just go ahead and ask me. I'm just doing what I told you now. I'm just going to be adding the shadow. Can you tell me how to make droplets on paint paper, then move to painting? Yeah, probably yes. Give me a minute. I'm just trying to find my sketchbook to make the water droplet for you. Okay, I have the sketchbook by Factor Notes, and I'm going to tell you how to do a water droplet here. Like, let me tell you how I do it. I don't know if that's the right way. This is how I do it. I'm going to make a small outline for the droplet now. This is going to make a simple one. This is going to be the shadow part, and this is going to be the highlight part. This is going to be the droplet and the shadow one and the highlight one. So for the shadow one, you have to make the painting a little darker, and for the highlight one, you can make the painting a little light, and you can add white highlights to that region. So what I've done is I've mixed some black paint with black poster color with water and made it like very thin, and I'm going to do an outline now. So which is very light and transparent. This is going to be the shadow for the droplet, and then I'm going to add since this is a reflection on the leaf, I'm just going to do it with green color. You can just do it with any color because water takes the color of the background, right? So you can just use whatever color you are using for the background. I'm using green here because the leaf is green. And now I'm just going to make it a little light, because as I told you, this is going to be the highlight part, right? So I'm going to make it a little light. You can just blending it now so that it looks like a little seamless. Okay, now we've like made a little gradient in here with green. This is the highlight, this is the shadow. I hope you can understand what I'm saying, because once you do it in the original painting, then you'll understand what I'm saying. I don't know if it makes sense now. Now I've done the basic shadow and the basic gradient for the water droplet. Now I'm going to make the shadow line, which is like very opaque black paint, and I'm going to take a much thinner brush for this. I'm using the size 000 from Red Art, and I'm going to make a line right above the shadow and right below the shadow region that we have made in the for the droplet. This is going to make a small line here. So I've made a line here which makes it like look a little more, which gives it a little more depth to the water droplet. I'm just going to add a highlight which will make like the light reflection for the water drop. I'm just using white painting for it, and I'm just going to make few reflection lines. Do not use like watercolors for this, because the reflection has to be little opaque. So don't use mixed paint, like paint mixed with water for this. Okay, I think this is fine now. So this is what I was talking about. This shadow, the shadow line, the gradient and the highlight over here, this makes the water droplet. So we are just going to do the same in the leaf now. I've already done the shadow line, which looks a little weird now. I'm going to try and blend it in. Okay, you don't have to worry about it, it will just dry up and it will look a little better. I'm going to add the darker green here. And lighter green here. This is the gradient I was talking about. Can you see the darker green and lighter green here? That is the gradient I was talking about. So again, it doesn't have to be smooth, because we are going to be adding a little more highlights here. So it doesn't have to be smooth and all. It's fine. I'll be adding the high Shankar. I'm going to add all the shadow region now. You will just have to understand lighting and shadow a little better to do all these works. Like if you know the basics, then you can just nail all these kinds of artwork. and few more, like these are like smaller ones. Like basically we are gonna like target all these larger ones because it gives more that effect, and the smaller ones to just support all these larger ones. Okay, now I've added these shadows. I'm gonna add the colors into it to give it like a more 3D effect. If you don't add any colors in this, it's gonna look really flat. To give that 3D elevated effect, I'm going to add these colors now. By the way, if you have any doubt, you can ask me now. Now that we've made little cheetah prints all over the leaf, I'm going to add like a little lighter green to give that gradient effect. How's everybody's weekend? How's all your life going? Let's just talk for some time till I do this. How are you all doing? How's your family doing? Is the shadow a more darker green or color gray? Yeah, I know it's, you can use darker green also, but I've just used diluted black, or you can also call it gray. You can also use darker green. You can add our colors until you feel satisfied with the output. Thank you. You're welcome. I'm just here to answer all your questions, so you don't have to thank me. If anybody is painting along with me, then let me know. Or if you have any questions for this, you can just ask me. So now I'm going to make this shadow line a little more deep. For that I'm going to use black and a very thin brush, as I told you before. We'll have to darken the base shadow for that. If it doesn't look better, you just have to wait, because in the end it's going to look fine. So that is the process of painting. You just have to be patient while painting till you see the final result. So the painting is not gonna look beautiful from the beginning itself. So you just have to wait and trust the process. And you'll have to keep practicing, because there is no shortcut for painting, right? You just have to keep practicing for some time, and then you'll get better at it one day. There is no other way for painting. There is no other shortcut for painting. I can't believe Sunday is almost over. Weekend is almost over and it's Monday again. Oh, I hate Mondays. I don't know who loves Mondays. I just hate it. I'm just doing the shadow line now. Me too, yeah. I get you, girl, because I don't know, it's the feeling of the Monday, which is very nearing, is very bad. I just hate that feeling. How's everybody's school or work going? Is everything fine with you all? I hope you all are safe with your family. Just don't go out without a mask. And don't catch the Delta version that is going around in India. So I'm also going to be making a little drops here, which can be used as water droplets later. Amazing. Thank you. Thank you for appreciating my works. We're going to be adding a little more details to the leaf later after we complete the droplets. So first we are going to do the droplets, and then we are going to do the veins and stuff for the leaf. So yeah, just if you're wondering. Okay, now I've done the baseline. If you want to add a little more shadow to the droplets, you can just add it now, because it's a little dry and you can see the color payoff a little well now. I think it needs a little more shadowing. See, I told you, you just have to go with the flow for painting. You can understand painting if you just start it and start doing it, and then you can find where you're lacking, where you want to add, or where you want to reduce the detailing. There is honestly no other way to do the paintings. And also drop names of like few underrated artists that I should check. I'll just make some time to check those artists' work. Because I don't know, Instagram works like really weird sometimes, and few like deserving artists don't get the right amount of views. That is what I think. And let me know which artist you think is like that, and which artist deserves more recognition than they already have. I'll just make sure to check their works and let you know if I like their works or not. So which green color is this? I've just mixed the light green from Dom's Watercolor range and the lemon yellow from the same range, and I don't know which ratio I mixed in. That is the two colors that I used to make this green. Art to inspire, sure, I will check your account for sure. Just adding a little more shadowing here and there wherever I find it necessary. All the best to everyone who is having exams in the coming week, or who is going to like start school or college or job, anything. All the best, just do well. Okay, I think the shadows is fine now. Also, how is Instagram treating you all? Are you like getting the reach and likes and comments that you're looking for, or is Instagram deceiving you like everyone? Because I don't think it is fair and square. It works like in a weird way. What color is this? I'm using the poster color, Dom's poster colors. Art to inspire. I know, right? Instagram is like a very difficult platform to understand, and it works in a weird way, and yeah. The work you put out, like the least effort, it gets like glued up, and the painting you worked on for hours doesn't get the right amount of reach. That is the feeling I am getting with Instagram. So I don't know if it's the same for everyone, but I feel that way. No, now you're applying. You're asking me the color which I'm applying now. Yeah, this is the color which I'm applying now. It's a little. You can mix this poster green and the light green to make this shade. So can you see the depth that this droplet has, this is what I was talking about, the shadow line, and the gradient green, which makes it like a little elevated from the sheet, because we are going for like a 3D water droplet here, so that is the finish that we are looking for. And we are going to be adding highlights later, so which will make this droplet a little full. If you have any questions, you can just ask me, and I'll be really happy to answer all your questions. And also, what are you doing in this lockdown? Is like everything open in your place, or are you still in lockdown? Because almost everything is open in my place, but I'm not still going out because I'm just afraid of this Delta virus. That is my take on this lockdown, and it's sometimes annoying, like knowing that you can't go out and spend time with your friends, but it's okay. You just have to like prioritize your health and others' safety rather than enjoying. I honestly think we'll get some time later to enjoy, but it's not now. I just feel bad for all the people who is like attending colleges and school, because you're going to like miss a lot of time that you could have spent in college, but it's okay. You can just get those time back again. I don't know if that's possible, but I just wanted to tell you that. Just don't worry, because it's going to get better at some point. We'll just have to like wait for that time to happen. Yeah. I'm just adding green with a little white here to give the highlighted effect. We are going to be adding a little more white later, but just for the effect. Just for the effect and nothing else. Okay, I think this should be it now. I'm just going to be adding a little more detailing to the leaf, just like the veins and the darker parts of this leaf. Yeah, we'll just add the darker parts first, and then we'll add the veins a little later. For that, I'm just going to be using the darker green from the same range. This is the poster green, and it's okay if it's a little patchy, because yeah, it's nature and it's not going to be like really smooth. So oh, this is very dark. I'm just going to apply this darker green to the areas wherever I feel like it needs it. Where are you? Are you running an institute? No, I'm not running any institute. I'm just in my house doing my everyday work and stuff. I'm not running any institute. I'm not a full-time painter as well. I'm just doing painting for I don't know, painting is just a coping mechanism for me. When will we make the veins? I thought before the droplets. No, it's we are going to do the veins after doing the droplets. Can you please strangle the sure? All the best for all the young people here. Just keep on working on what you love. You'll just find your way one day. Just adding random darker colors here and there to give a little depth and some natural effect too. Because the leaf is wet, right? So when it's wet, it has some darker spots and some lighter spots here and there. That is what I'm doing now. Don't make it very dark, which looks really odd from the background that we already did. Do it a little subtly dark from the background so that it goes along with the paint together and it doesn't stand out so much. Also, do you have anything to ask me? You can find all these materials that I'm using in Pen Paper Scissor account. Just DM them or visit their website. You can just find it there. And let me know if anybody is painting along so that I can see your work. And also ask me if you have any queries regarding poster colors or acrylics or gouache in general. I'll just try to answer all your questions now. You don't have to make the colors very smooth because it is not going to be smooth in nature. So You don't have to worry if your color is a little patchy. I am painting along Crimson palette. Just share your work with me, like DM me or share it in your Instagram, and make sure to tag me so that I can like look at your work and don't miss it. Do you have your own art account? Yes, I have my own account. Is artstract_tpd. You can find it in pen paper scissor page. They've just shared my account in the poster that they made, so you can find my account there. I do like most of the time posters, but sometimes I also do watercolors and acrylics. So if that's what you're looking for, you can just go and follow my account, or just look into it without following also, that is fine. And DM me if you want to ask anything related to art, or if you're going through something and you need, like, you feel like talking to someone, I can be that someone for you. So okay, now I've added all the darker regions. Now I'm going to add like the veins for it. For the veins, I'm going to use a little darker green so that it stands up in front of the droplets and everything. So yeah. I'm using a much smaller brush for that. Why is this song playing again? Which paper are you using, ma'am? I'm using the Brustro's watercolor sheet. It's their 300 GSM A5 size sheet. I'm going to be like doing the veins now. I'm just going to do like random veins here and there wherever I find it necessary. Thank you, Crimson Palette, for answering that question on my behalf. Are you using poster colors? Yes, I'm using Dom's poster colors. You can also use gouache for this, it just works the same. Like, keep on adding little veins because that looks like a little natural. Smaller veins here and there. Keep in mind we are gonna add a little more highlights to this, so you don't have to like fill this leaf up yet. Crimson colors, don't forget to like share your work with me. I honestly want to see your work, so I don't know, the color looks a little bit different in here. Maybe because of the light. I'll try changing the light. Okay, this is much better. I don't know. This looks a lot different in the camera, but it's very light in reality. I don't know if that is because of the light. I hope you understand what I'm saying. Feels like making biodiagram parts of the leaf. Yeah, it's like almost the same. We're just making a leaf, so I understand. You just have to like know a little bit of biology too for doing this. I don't know, I'm not a science student, so okay, the paint is done now. I'm going to be adding the highlights now. I don't have much time, so I'm going to rush it a little bit. I'm using the white color, just not mixing it with any water. I'm just going to use it directly on the droplets, just like making random highlighting lines. I'm just adding like white to every droplets, which is like the reflection of light on the water. Can you play levitating? Sure. Also, who is your favorite music artist? Whose music you listen to often? Because I'm looking for music recommendations. So, if you have any artist recommendation, you can let me know. I'm going to add like a little, like very small water droplets now. I'm taking white paint in this brush. I'm going to tap it here and there, which like makes it for the little water droplets, not the larger ones. This is why I told you it doesn't need to be like very smooth in blending and very proper. You can just make it look like it, because we are going to be adding little details over this. I will fill your DM with different songs and artists. Yeah, that is fine. I'm open to suggestions. So okay, now that I've added little water droplets, I'm going to define them a little bit. The leaf is almost done. Wherever you feel like the painting is a little patchy, you can just cover it by adding the white droplets now. See, this is looking a little patchy here, so I'm going to cover that space by adding water droplets. That is a little trick that I've got like for you. You can add random droplets here and there and just clutter some here. Just make it in different size so that it looks a little natural and not like very like what very that you made it, you intend to make it like hide the improperness in your painting. Just make it subtle and make it look natural also. I'm just going to clutter some water droplets here because I'm going to add a little more in here. Can you play indigo now? I'm enjoying music along with painting. Yeah, that is one good thing about painting. You can just watch something and do something together. Indigo. Like make a little random lines here which makes it look like the water has like a little flow in there. Okay, I've added a little water drops. I'm going to add a little more by tapping the brush with the paint. Okay, I think I should stop here with the leaves detailing. I'm going to add like black background here. Just saying, I'm taking the pitch black color from this range. I'm going to be applying all over here and here. Just make sure that you don't have so much water in this, which is going to make this a little patchy. And if you want to add any other color for the background, I think you can also go with that, but I think black works the best for this painting because I've already experimented with colors, so just telling you. And if you want to go with any other color, you can honestly go with anything that is a little bit dark because it just elevates the green color that we use here. If you're going to be using black with water, it's going to look a little patchy, so don't use much water with this black color background. I'm just doing the background, so give me some time till I complete because I honestly can't talk now. Okay, I think that is it for the background. Okay, this is done now. I'm just going to add the little water droplet in here and it's going to be over. I'm just allowing it to dry for now because if we add more white to this like wet black, it's going to look very grey. So let's just wait it for to dry. Until then, you can ask me any questions if you have anything. We are almost in the end of the session, so if you have anything to ask me, you can ask me now. Regarding this painting or anything in general. Make sure you to check out like pen, paper, scissors for this video because I'm going to save it in their IGTV, so make sure to check out their IGTV for this video if you want to look it out like later. Which paints have you used? I've used the Dom's poster colors and the Brustro's watercolor sheet. Also, I feel really bad that our weekend is almost over. Everybody has to run starting from tomorrow, so that's a pretty messed up situation. Do you like any of the song from my playlist? I loved all of your recommendation, trust me. And most of the songs are in my playlist also, so yeah. Thank you for all the song recommendation, Crimson Palette, and don't forget to like share your work with me. I'm just waiting for the paint to dry so that we can add this little water droplet in the below and we can just complete it. It's almost 1 hour 20 minutes. 50 minutes was the time that I was given, but I think it's fine. Now a little bit in here and we'll add the droplet. All the best for everybody who's going to attend school from 18th. Mine is already dried. I don't know why mine is taking a little bit time. I'll just give it a minute or so for it to dry and then we can do the water droplet in the below. I'm just like preparing paint for the water droplet. I'm using the 000 brush from Red Art and just using white for it. Now lastly you can feel it. Yeah, I think this is the last song for this session. I'm already going to school. I honestly miss school. I just don't want to do this adulting stuff anymore. I honestly want to go back to school, but I don't think it's possible. So enjoy your school while you're at it. You're going to like miss it a lot when you come out of it. So, yeah. A little more in here. Dry a little quicker, no? And we'll move on. I just went ahead and did it because I'm just a little impatient like that. I don't want to wait anything more than this. You can just wait till the paint is dried and then you can do it. Okay, this session is almost over now, so let me know how helpful was this for you, and let me know if you want to conduct more of these live sessions. You can just head over to my page to follow me and see my works there. Okay, that is it. I honestly think I should stop now or else I'm going to ruin this, but I just can't stop for some reason. I'm going to give this a little definition and then I'm going to stop, I swear. Okay, yeah, that is it. I'm going to remove the what is this, the tape for now. And I hope it has like a smooth finish. I'm sorry if I'm not talking. I just can't talk anything while I'm removing my tape. I just need to like focus on this, otherwise I'm going to rip the paper off. So Okay. I think it came out well. What do you all think? This was the reference, and this is what we painted in like such a short time. So I think it came out well. Let me just do it for the. Thank you so much, Susan. I don't know you were there. I'm just going to turn the camera facing me, so if you have any questions to ask me, you can just go ahead and ask me. Okay. Let me just fix the camera situation. Give me a minute. Okay, I just fixed my camera, and I hope you all enjoyed this session and it was like helpful for you. Crimson Palette, just share your work with me and just DM me or pen paper scissor for if you have anything related to this painting, and I'll be very happy to answer your question. I missed the live session, but the result is amazing. Oh, that's okay. That's okay. Thank you for appreciating the work. #art. I'm going to be conducting so much live sessions, so you can just follow me to like watch some of my live sessions. Shankar, thank you. Okay, I hope you all had a great weekend, and I'm going to save this live session in Pen Paper Scissors account, so you can just come again and find it later. Check out my work, yeah, Art to Inspire, for sure. I'll make sure to check your account. Okay, if that's it for the questions, I'll just end the live. You all have a great night and have a great week ahead. Stay safe and be happy. I don't know. Okay, then I'll take a leave. Make sure to follow Pen Paper Scissor and make sure to check out my account for more of such works. I'll take a leave then. Bye everyone. Thank you for joining in and thank you for making my evening a little better. Have a great weekend. Bye.